Stop it.
Touch me crazy. I feel like you were made just for me, babe. Tell me if you feel the same way. Does it just feel so right? I don't wanna waste no time. If I had to choose, I know I'm gonna always choose to be with you. Cause girl, don't you know? Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. When you're not here, you don't know how much I miss you. The whole time on my mind is how much I'm gonna get to make you feel so good. Like you know I could. Tell me if you feel the same way. Cause it just feels so right. I don't wanna waste no time. Girl, if I had to choose, I know I'm gonna always choose to be with you. Girl, don't you know? Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? Yeah, babe, I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side.
This is your girl Isis Wisdom of ElevatedRadio.fm on the live podcast. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on with y'all tonight? Oh, y'all saw that money blessing I'm getting ready to break out on y'all's head tonight. I see y'all coming up on the gram, huh? Yes, Musiq Soulchild. Yes. I had to go ahead and take it on back, man. You know what? I've been like super duper happy and excited. And I'm like having all these different like things going on with me right now where I'm in my nostalgic mode and all that. And okay, so I want to talk to you guys about 5 things that you need to manifest things. Okay, 5 things that you need to manifest. But before I go into that, I first want to touch on a couple things. One being that there is a very strong energy that would suggest that there might be a possible something going on with the East Coast concerning water. I wanted to just go ahead and have that conversation with you guys real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Something hit my Telegram channel where they were saying that they're going to start preparing for tsunami exercises on the coast. And that sent my radar up. Because anytime that they start talking about doing exercises, then you have to question, well, how would you do an exercise of a tsunami? How would you do that? What would cause that to happen? Now, you guys know that they have the HART program, which they have the ability to utilize and control the weather. I'm not saying that this is what they're doing. I'm just saying that we do know that it does exist. But there is a thing that's going on now where they're saying that they're going to be doing this exercise of tsunami preparedness. I'm not sure how one would go about doing that unless you're participating in a tsunami-like event. So this could be the thing that I've been talking about for quite some time. I started talking about this last year about the tsunami hitting New York City. But I also told you guys that there's something going on with the entire East Coast. So now they actually put it in our faces. So again, just, keep your wits about you. Don't worry about it, but definitely keep your wits about you. Definitely keep your wits about you. But yeah, there's definitely something going on in the air concerning that. Now, I want to talk about the 5 things that you need to manifest, because I think that with us now being in the age of Aquarius, you've heard me say and many others say that this is a great time. This is a great time where you can create your own heaven on earth. First thing you got to do is you got to delete the programming that you've been taught that limits your way of thought. That means that you have to remove what people have to say about you. You have to remove other people's limitations from your life. You have to remove other people's experiences that have nothing to do with you from your life. You have to remove all of the programming. Okay? All the programming that makes you think that you can never succeed or obtain anything that you wish or choose to obtain in life. You have to delete that. Delete the program. So here's how we're going to do this. In order for a person to delete the program, I want you guys to close your eyes. I want you to take several deep breaths until you get into a state of relaxation. And I want you to visualize all the different things that people have told you, even belief systems that you've picked up on your own that does not serve a purpose for your greater good and for you to be able to obtain the things that you want to obtain. And I want you to visualize scissors literally coming in and either cutting it, or visualize you pushing the delete button and you simply delete it and you actually see it being deleted out of your mind. Okay? That's what you need to do first. Now, once you go through this process of deleting these things out of your mind, you have to then be very careful about what you're going to allow to come back into your mind. All right? So, you can meditate with the intent to bring the vibrational frequency much higher. So those that are operating on a lower vibrational frequency cannot touch you on any level. Okay? That Ahimo, that might be your phone, baby. Check your phone, close it out, come back in. Because you're the only one saying that right now. All right. So, another thing that's very important. Inhale the good stuff, exhale the other stuff. That is correct. All right. Now, you guys have got to get into a mode of doing this on a regular basis, and you'll begin to start seeing things actually manifest itself right in front of your face. Okay? For some people, it may take effect in 48 hours. For some people, it may take 2 weeks before they start seeing the results of this. But this is very important. The meditation aspect of things is very important when it comes to removing and deleting these programs. You got to be very careful. You know, real talk, the TV's not your friend. So even with social media, you have to be very careful about what you are going to tap your energy into, because the television is there to program the mind. It programs the mind with fear. It programs the mind not to think. It literally arrests the mind. So you're going to have to be very, very careful about what you allow to enter from this perspective and what you allow to enter from this part of your body. So from here and from here, you have to be extremely careful about what you're going to allow to enter in these places. Okay? I play my binaural beats and their affirmations every day. Great for you. I'm glad to hear it. Now, you literally can change the timeline in your own personal life. You can. Okay? You can actually change the timeline in terms of how things are going to go for your life. Through meditation and putting the tent out there into the universe about how you want your life to go. Okay? So for those of you that are wondering, well, how can I get to a higher vibrational frequency? Okay? Delete the fear program out of your mind. Think about all the things that come up that scare the crap out of you. All the things that scare you half to death. Like meditate. Think about all the things that comes to your mind that scares the crap out of you. And as you're seeing these things come to you through meditation, and I want you to be present in the moment and think about how it makes you feel. If you feel tightness in the chest, if you feel your heart racing, if you begin to start having anxiety, if you begin to start having your sweaty palms, if you begin to start having all these different weird sensations that would suggest fear, this is where you identify it and then you delete the program. Feel it, see it, delete it. This is called a clearing out process. Okay? You're going to clear out the fear program. Because the fear is the one thing that limitates your life on all aspects of your life. And it'll keep you in a specific box, if you will, that you created for yourself. If you are afraid of police, then you need to visualize the worst case scenario. Or feel the worst case scenario, see it, then delete it. Because then if you no longer have a fear, you won't never have to worry about attracting that experience. Because remember, what you fear the most is what you will manifest. Because you're broadcasting from the right and the left brain. So that's what you're going to actually manifest in reality. So these are the things that you have to be very careful of in terms of what you're manifesting. I will try to save the live. Instagram doesn't save my lives. From time to time, they won't allow me to save it. They won't even give me the option. They'll just say some weird poor connection. Then it just doesn't save. Okay. So, but it is saved on my Spreaker. So it's always saved there. Every time I go live on Instagram, it's always saved there where you can go and you can listen to it. Okay. I will try. We'll see what happens at the end of this Instagram. But I want you guys to really start doing these exercises because it's very important. Okay? This is how one begins to start changing the reality that they're living in. You cannot allow an outside energy create a reality for you. Okay? Because what most people don't realize is that even though you may see all the negative things going on and whatnot, there's also a lot of good out here in the world that's also taking place as well. The problem is you're only tuned into one particular frequency. And that frequency is everything negative that's going on around the world. And that's also the very thing that's always being projected to you through media, even through social media quite a good bit, is the negative things. That's why you do have a choice of what you want to tap yourself into. You have a choice. So like, I like to tap into like animals. I like to watch animal shows and programs and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch a lot of nature. I will take action and go and put myself in nature. I may play nature sounds around my whole house where I hear running water and birds chirping. You guys have even heard that in the background before when I've done a live. Okay? If I want to get into a relaxed state as if I am in nature, I will create that environment for myself. Either I'm going to go to it or I'm going to create the environment around me so I can tap into the energy. If you don't have plants in your house, get some plants in your house. All different types of plants all throughout your house. You should have some. Okay? Play water running. You know, play that. Just put up the scenes of you're actually being in the forest. Visualize yourself as you're hearing these sounds of you actually being in this area where you hear the water running, you hear the birds chirping, and you feel yourself being in one of the best spots. That's one of my favorite places I like to go to when I want to go into a state of meditation. I literally would create the entire atmosphere of such. And will literally put myself in that state of mind. Okay? I will even do a vision quest. Okay? Where I'm able to begin to start visualizing, and then a screen will come down, and then I'll be able to see things. Okay? I'll be able to actually literally see all different types of things going on in real time. All right? You can actually tell your 8th chakra or your Ori, which is the God in you. You can literally tell it that you want your vibration to be raised to a higher frequency. Okay? You can tell it that, and then as you begin to start taking the action of such, you literally will raise your vibration up. And you even have the power to even raise other people's vibrations up. However, when you get into that, you also get into actually changing timelines. Now, changing timelines could be very rewarding in one aspect, but very dangerous in another aspect. Okay? Because let's say you get 2 or 3 people wanting to come together to do that. All right? And you're thinking that everybody's on the same page, but then you realize that people are still entertaining fear. If you put out certain affirmations and do certain things, you can actually change the entire timeline of you and the other people around. But here's what happens. If depending on what you're asking for, so let me give an example. Let's say that you are going to say that I want, the highest vibrational frequency possible for myself and my husband, or myself and somebody else, and blah, 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 blah. Right? And you put that out there into the universe, something could happen in the process if you're not careful. Because with that means that everybody around you who's not operating on the highest vibrational frequency are going to leave out of your life a certain specific way. Okay? Some people may leave out of your life through death. Some people may leave out of your life by just walking out of it. Some people will just walk out of your life abruptly. Okay? It happens. And that's why I said it's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. It becomes even more dangerous if you decide that you're going to backtrack off of that, because once the timelines change, you have basically did what we call a cosmic contract. That means that you have to, everything is going to come to you in terms of blessing Everything is going to come to you the way they're supposed to come to you. From a blissing perspective, you will be blissed. Okay? So everything that you ask for when you're raising on that high vibrational frequency, you're going to get all the blessings that you're supposed to receive while you're operating on that frequency. But should you do something to backtrack, there's no going back to three-dimensional thinking once you've already sealed the timeline for high dimensional, for a high frequency dimension. You don't get to just, okay, well, I'm just going to backtrack and do this, that, and the third because now I'm entertaining the spirit of fear again. And so no, that's not how that's going to go. Because whatever happened to the individuals around you is going to be the exact same thing that's going to happen to you. Because you now went down and you reneged on the contract and you went back down you tried to go back down to the old timeline without fully realizing that you have done a cosmic contract. It cannot be done. Okay? You cannot do that. Now, for a while, I've been hesitating about sharing some of this knowledge and information because people are goofy out here. But I'm giving you generalized information. It gets much deeper than that, way deeper. But I'm giving you generalized information so y'all don't go out here and do nothing stupid. Okay? So there's a lot of you guys that say that you're ready to raise your vibrations, but you don't understand everything that comes with that. You must understand that whenever you decide that you're going to go down that road, you better be prepared for what comes with that. You're going to have to be emotionally prepared for what comes with that. Okay? And if people end up leaving your life, let's say they leave your life through death, that was already going to happen. They was already going to die. You just sped up the timeline for their death. That's the difference. That was already in the cards for them. All you did was speed it up. So you have to be extremely careful about what you ask for. Now, also in meditation, when you're doing these types of things, you can also see things that might be holding you back or holding another person back as to the reason why they can't get to the next level. Let me give an example. You can go into a state of meditation and say, okay, I want this person to have great high vibrations and this, that, and the third for that person. And later you might see a demon on that person. You might see some type of creature around that person. You may see some dark shadows around that person doesn't see for themselves. You might see that. Now, for me, as an experienced priest, I would just go in and clean that out. Okay, I can clean that out and not have to do anything else with the timeline. That means that everybody else gets to stick around. It's just that situation had to be cleaned up. That's me though. Okay? Or you could do something to where you raise the timeline higher and now that thing isn't there anymore and now that person gets to be closer to the person that they want to be with in the highest vibrational frequency possible. Okay? But again, the only problem with that is you're changing some things around you all the way across the board. You will create a massive shift around you and everybody around you is going to be affected. So when you guys say to me, how do I raise my vibrational frequency? This is the reason why I give you guys baby steps on how to do that, because you have to have the mental fortitude. You cannot come into this in a state of fear. You can't come into this faking it, because it'll show you that you're faking it. Your card will be pulled playing that type of game. Now, let me explain something to you. There are people that have access to our higher sciences and knowledge, but the things I'm speaking about is higher sciences and knowledge. Some of these teachings I speak about are the teachings of Tahuti. Y'all know him as Thoth. But some of y'all listen to the wrong type of people, okay, to disrupt your knowledge, because they know that if you tap into a specific type of knowledge, you get full access to your God power. So what do? They infiltrate and they put out information that's not correct. Just like my people, you guys don't know the differences between the Galactic Federation and then the Galactic Federation of Light. Some of y'all got that all twisted up in the game. You got to be careful about who you get your information from, my people. And you got to find out why you're getting this information from certain individuals that are giving you certain information that you may not resonate with. And then look at where they're getting their information from, and that'll tell you everything you need to know from there. There are what you call deter agents. These are individuals that don't even know that they're an agent. They think they're getting right knowledge, and they're not getting the correct knowledge, and then spreading that information out to people that actually need the information, and it's not correct. Okay? So it's very important. COINTELPRO happens on all levels. Y'all got to understand this. Just because somebody look like you don't mean they're you. That's the biggest misconception out of this whole thing. You need to understand when you begin to start looking around you and you see the conditions of what's going on all the way across this country. There's one thing that certain people of power have a clear understanding about. If they can control the mind, they can force the mind to think whatever they want them to think. And you're seeing this play out right in front of your face right now. They can literally sway millions of people's minds into thinking into whatever they want them to think. So if you got individuals that have access to certain power, this was power that the original gatekeepers of Earth had access to. This is how they were able to maintain the balance of the planet without it going all the way to the left or going all the way to the right. We were not only some of the most advanced technology people in the world, but we also were the most highest consciousness beings in the world. We were actually walking, living, breathing gods that were out here manifesting anything that we chose to create. That includes planets, that includes suns, that includes moons, that includes star systems. We were doing all of these different things. We knew how to change the effect of an entire city, an entire civilization as far as where we wanted it to go. We knew how to do these things. Okay? And we still, see, the thing about that is that power hasn't left any of us. You just either are afraid of it, don't know enough about it, not tapped into it. It is what it is. You have individuals that are powerful enough. Let me give an example. Picture 300 people. 300 people that decided that their sole intent was to bring down the consciousness of humanity. And they understood the power of what I just spoke on about the mind. And those 300 people decided that they was going to come together and focus an intent on a specific group of people. Constantly. And create a set of circumstances by changing the timelines of those groups of people. Okay? They're changing those timelines for those groups of people. And the people themselves don't even realize that they're being affected by the timelines that are changing. So you got a group of individuals that was supposed to be successful and this, that, and the third, but could never get there because you had another group of people that was setting things up a specific way where that group of people who was completely unconscious of what was going on, they're suffering while they're mastering. And the process of them setting this intent out, they're also taking action. Okay? So what I'm saying to you is that the power will always come from within. It will always come from within. On a collective level, you are the God body. And at any given time, if we wanted to change this whole thing, you could do it on a collective level. But something you need to understand is that you just need to understand it, but you don't need to pay attention to it. If you can create a bunch of distractions, especially with inducing fear behind it, that is the easiest way to control anybody on earth. At any given time, you can literally just say to the program, and it is a program, and at any given time you can say to the program, you know what? I'm done with this whole program. I'm not going to play the game with you anymore. You do not affect my life, and you do not control my life. F you. Everything else that you're talking about doing, it doesn't have no effect on my life whatsoever. And to even be very clear about that, I will no longer tap into that frequency anymore. And I will no longer follow pages that promote that type of frequency anymore. I'm done with it. I control my reality. You don't control nothing. And if that means that I either got to get off social media, if that means that I got to keep the TV turned off, if that means that I got to do whatever it is I got to do that's not going to disturb my peace, then I understand that I am in full control of who I am. In other words, I am taking full responsibility and accountability for the decisions that I make and for my life and for my being. Nobody else has control over that. Now, here's what happens. When you go that route and you set the tone to do that, something happens. Something happens. Something begins to start happening. The matrix says, oh, you're not playing the game no more. You're not playing about that. Oh, okay. Now all the distractions, because here's the thing. If you're entertaining distractions through the tube, you're going to attract distractions in real life. So here's what happens. Now all of a sudden, everything calms down. Everything gets quiet. Now, while everything's quiet, now you turn around and you reprogram your mind to be abundant. You program yourself to become more blissful. You program yourself to be more successful. You program yourself to become more healthier. You program yourself to become stronger. You program yourself to have a higher vibrational frequency. You program yourself to get to the state of Godhood. Then what happens is everything begins to start opening up on a higher consciousness level. And now you're going to get communication from the creation itself that says, my child, you've passed the test. Right now, I am activating the God energy. Every single last one of you that's on this live, if you feel the energy, I'm activating it right now as I'm talking to you right now. Feel that energy come over your body right now because you are God. Don't nobody have control over you or your destiny. Only you have control over you and your destiny. Never forget that. Ask your ancestors, raise me up. Ask your angelic power, lift me up. Because I'm tired of playing with this devil and I'm tired of these children out here that think they have something to be played with because these people are your children. Remember the position that you were in from the beginning. This is what they don't want you to tap into. This is why they block me off Instagram. This is why they do the shit that they do because they know that I'm in my godhood 1000%. Period. I don't walk in the belief, I walk in the know. And when you walk in the know, it's a wrap. And every single last one of y'all have the power to do this shit and change the damn timeline. All of y'all have that power to be able to do that. You are not helpless here. You're just sleeping. And you've been lying dormant for a little bit too long. So my God, it's time for you to wake up because I'm activating your DNA. If you feel the energy, let me know. Say holla. If you feel me if you feel me activating your energy, say holla. Y'all feel that energy? I'm projecting right now onto you. This is what you call the primordial divine feminine that's talking to you right now. And you can best believe I'm so ever tapped in. And there's no power greater than that. Make sure you're clear about that. See, when they know you know, this is when they back up off you. This is when they got to put you over here and then put you over here. Because, see, they're not ready for that type of power. They scared of that. They scared of that. This is the divine mother speaking to you right now. I don't care about nothing else, but y'all getting these blessings and y'all getting this message right now. You are and always have been the power. Stop listening to anything out here that's going to try to project you to be weak. Stop listening to anything out here that's going to make you fearful. Put yourself in another timeline where you don't even deal with nothing else that these fools try to send your way. Send that shit elsewhere. Remember the Matrix. When Neo stood there, when those men in black were running after him, and Neo stood there, and they called himself the one. Really? Stop running. This is all an illusion. Stop running. Stop entertaining fear. That's a game that they play. Stop it. Say, today, I'm no longer going to entertain fear, baby. Because there ain't nothing for you to be afraid about. Go on outside and go and talk into that sun. You talk into that sun when it first raises up, so that way it hears you and brings your affirmation to as it starts traveling through the sky. When it's low, you put the affirmation in when it's low. As it's raising up, it takes your affirmation and then it manifests it and then it spreads it all throughout the planet. So I'm dropping signs for y'all right now. You want to change how this thing goes? That's the way you're going to change how this thing goes. You're going to change it like that. You say to the sun, the great morning star, we're not talking about Lucifer, we're talking about the sun. You say, this is your child. And I'm calling out to you right now because I know they're trying to block you. They're trying to stop you. They're trying to stop me from getting everything I'm supposed to receive. But you know what? You're going to quantify. So you're going to take your affirmation and you're going to put it into the quantum realm. And you're going to quantify that affirmation as that sun is traveling. And you're going to say, change all this shit now. They got to come up off the planet. And watch what happens. I encourage every single one of y'all that's on this live tonight. You want to see change? Step into your godhood. I challenge you to do so. Get up every single morning and you tell that sun, they got to go. And when I say they, I mean those that are adversarial to life. They got to go. And watch the whole damn timeline change. Watch this shit crumble. Watch the earthquakes go off. Watch the volcanoes go off. Watch the destruction come down. Watch their buildings fall down. Watch it all come down to shit. Watch it. Visualize it. And put that out there and say, it's all got to go. This is what they're afraid of. They're scared of that. Because right now, there's some watching right now. Some might think, oh, this is a game. Oh, no, baby. See, you don't understand. you really don't understand, baby. You really don't understand. Write it down. Y'all should be writing this down, baby. Because the downloads that I'm getting right now to give to y'all right now is a message I'm supposed to give to y'all from Oloron. And if everybody asks me, what is Oloron? That is heaven as we know it to be. Not the religious aspect of things. But I'm tapping into the higher realms, and I'm tapping into the higher self, and I'm telling y'all, you got the power, but you got to remove all them limitations out of your mind first. You got to delete all that stuff up out of your mind. Period. Get rid of it. Even if you got to clean it out to the point to where you have a clean slate and I'm going to start this thing all over again. I call upon the ancestors. I call upon the angelic beings. I also call upon the first way ancient ancestors that hear this thing. I ask that you please grab onto your children and let them feel your presence right now at this time. All praise is due to Olodumare. All praise is due to the Most High. I ask that you accept this live and this speech that I'm giving to these people right now, and empower it and imprint people in their mind, in their hearts, and their soul, so they can begin to start moving forward. I ask that the first one ancient ancestors, the original American Indians, the Aboriginals, the Aztecs, all of us that's in us, the warriors in our bloodline, to stand up within the bloodline and activate us right now. And show your children, even the ancient Anunnaki, I ask that you come forth right now and activate your children. I ask that the first way ancient ancestors from Sirius come forth. I ask that the ancient ancestors from Andromeda come forth. I ask that all of the angelic beings on all realms, I ask all ancestors in the first heaven to come forth at this time as I'm talking to my people right now. Because this right here is an activation, y'all. So y'all got on this live because you heard I was going to give y'all some money. I'm giving you wealth for your soul. I'm speaking life into your soul. You are greater than a spirit of fear. Fear was created by those who fear you. They're projecting onto you what they feel for themselves because they don't want this power right here to activate on the collective level because they know it's all over with. It's all over with. It's a done deal, fam. It's a done deal. Don't ever let nobody outside of you tell you who you are. You better know who you are. Them days are over. All these distractions, all that stuff, them days are over. It's over with. I dropped a jewel on y'all today about what y'all supposed to do to change this whole dynamic. Put out there, change the entire timeline. Where my people are on top and we run the show. Put the whole thing out there. Now we come first. Put it out there every single day. Put it out there and talk to that sun. Put it in the quantum realm. Put it out there in the quantum realm. Quantify it. And then watch what happens. I know you feel the energy. Exactly. This was the real money right here, y'all. This is the real change. This is the real wealth right here. We will change the timeline on a collective level. I see a lot of people. I can see you with my mind's eye, and I see some of y'all really feeling that energy right now. When I come out here and I break up my wand and bless y'all, how you think I'm doing that? I've been showing you example after example, dead in your face. I don't have to be nowhere near you, but yet I have an energy that can bliss anybody that I choose to touch or put my mind on sight. How is that? How am I doing that? And it's even crazier if you ever met me in person. You feel the energy on sight. It's time for you to raise your vibration into your God state of mind. And you got to delete the fear, babies. You got to delete that fear. Yes, I am a Leo. And right now, I'm using my Leo sun rays right now. So the rays touches every single last one of y'all. I just want y'all to get a little taste of the rays. Because let me school y'all on something that they don't tell you. There are spirits on that sun. And they can hear you when you're talking to them. They've been waiting for you to come and speak to them, but you haven't done it yet. Because you've been walking around here not knowing. Okay? We don't walk with fear no more. You put out there, nothing can touch me. Because I just choose for it not to. You feel so much pressure in your chest? I want all blockages and all negative energy and that spirit of fear. I want that energy to start dissipating from my people on this live. Start dissipating from my people. So if you feel the energy, you might feel some swirlies. You might feel whatever. You might feel feathers. You might feel whatever. You might feel light touches. You might feel cool breezes. You might feel heat. You might feel tinglies. You might feel whatever. But that energy's got to get cleaned up. Because, see, y'all was supposed to be on this live tonight to get this message. You just didn't know that this was the message I was going to give y'all. Release that fear. I came to release you. Release that fear. Command that fear, say, be gone. And from this day forward, after this live, don't you tap into nothing that's going to make you fearful. Stop tapping into it. Don't send me nothing. Don't send me nothing to my IG as far as DMs. Don't send me nothing if it's negative. Don't send me nothing. If you want to tap into that, then you tap into that. And you remain in timeline 2 if you want to. Go and take your ass on over there and go on over there with the AI. Bye. I'm using love frequency right now to sit down and talk to you guys on this live right now to drop the science and the knowledge. I came to give you a divine download. And you need to take this message and send it to other people. Meaning that whether Instagram says it's live or it doesn't, like I said, it's on Telegram, y'all can even download the damn thing and upload it to the YouTube if y'all want to. There's no stopping the message. The energy's out there now. Y'all got the message. That's the most important part, was the fact that you was on this live and you got the message. Who's on this live was supposed to get the message. But you got to come up out of the matrix, all the way up out. You got to come up out of there. The matrix is not for you, my babies. It's not for you. Okay? It's not for you. And I hope y'all feel that energy. Because it's strong over here. Oh, you're going to shift. Oh, you're going to shift. It's a wrap. I've already activated you already. It's over with. It's over with now. Love is always the most highest frequency. You're absolutely correct. And it's the number one thing that people run from. Because they can't let go of their ego. Some people want to think with a logical mind when it comes to love. You got to be able to feel the energy of love, baby. There ain't no logical thinking when it comes to love. And that's the main reason why people are not happy out here. It's why they miss things. They can miss the love of their life because they're so busy trying to be logical. Instead of feeling the energy and feeling it and going with that. Ain't no logical in love, baby. Either you're going to be vulnerable and submissive to it, or you're going to suffer and be without it. So, 5 things needed. Plan, visualize, walk in the know, have intent, take action. Those are the 5 things needed in order for you to manifest whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. So now we're going to do an exercise. I got my wands out, right? Y'all feel that energy of love because I'm rotating it around me and I'm swirling it over you, okay? But we're going to do a nice little exercise. This is what we call my happy one, right? This is my happy one, okay? Here it is. Y'all know, y'all familiar with this line, right? And let me just say this one thing. If you're operating on a lower vibrational frequency, you will not capitalize off of this, because I have something now on this where you will not capitalize off of it until you actually have some damn respect, stop being selfish, and learn how to open yourself up a little bit more. Okay? Period. All right? I want you to visualize. I want you to take a look at this amethyst. And I want you to visualize your happiness. And I want you to have the intent of your happiness. I want you to see yourself being happy. Because I'm going to show you how magic works tonight. I'm going to show you. Okay? Oh, I got a whole army of them cats. A whole army. Y'all have no idea. Okay. Visualize on the amethyst. Take 3 deep breaths. I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3. You visualizing the happiness? Maybe bliss with happiness. Maybe bliss with good luck. Maybe bliss with being lighthearted. Smile. Happiness. Ashe, ashe, asheo. Let that energy rock. Be happy. Avita, like, for real, fam? Y'all feel the energy? You feel it, don't you? When it comes to magic, it's always about the intent. The reason why certain things don't work for people when they say that I don't believe in this and I don't believe in that is because you have no intent when you're dealing with magic. You can manifest anything that you want as long as you have the intent for it. Everything can be changed and every energy can be manipulated to your benefit. That's not a negative thing. Okay? As long as you're not causing harm to somebody else. What I'm talking about is you learning how to take control of your actual destiny. So if I'm telling you that you can actually change everything and put yourself on a higher timeline by visualizing it, and I gave you the 5 steps that you need to do, and I broke down some things about deleting the program out and told you that you had to get rid of all of the distractions. It's the same thing. It's a different form of magic. Because we're all naturally magical beings. You have a big smile on your face? That's because you visualize the happiness. You visualize the happiness. Now, keep that intent the whole time for the rest of this week about your happiness. And visualize your happiness for the rest of this week. Now, we're going to go with the money wand. Okay? We're going to go with the money wand. You see the angel right here? Okay? There's money in here. But you see the angel right here? I want you to focus on the angel. Okay? I want you to focus on the angel. I already went over the 5 steps. Listen to my elevated radio joint. I already went over it already. I'm not repeating myself. Let somebody else tell you. You got the goosebumps? Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to visualize you having money come from all places. Visualize it. I want you to meditate with your eyes open. I want you to focus on the angel. And I want you to visualize money and good luck coming to you from all places. That's all you have to do. You have to have an intent. Y'all can't just be up here on some old, okay, well, the magic didn't work. Well, did you put a visualization to it? Did you put some intent to it, baby? Because the last person, one of the people who used my money on won $100,000 at the casino. Everybody get my money or no, my money or is no damn joke. Okay, honey? It ain't no joke. All right. So, visualize. I'm going to count to 3. Visualize. 1. Money coming to you from all places. 2, falling out of the sky, bags all up. It could be a bag. You walking up the street and you see a bag of cash. It could be anything. Wherever it's coming from. Money coming from relatives. Money coming from friends. Money just popping up in your bank account. Visualize it. 3, do y'all see the money? Do y'all see the money? Okay. Maybe bliss with wealth. Maybe bliss with fast money. Maybe bliss with prosperity. Maybe bliss with good luck. Ashe, ashe, asheo. Let that smack you in the forehead one good time. I know some of y'all got smacked because I felt the magic literally leaving off this damn arm and smacking y'all on your forehead. I felt it. I felt the energy like just literally sling off the wand. Y'all felt that energy? You see it? Now, you going to get it now. You going to get it now. You see it? Because you did it with the intent. This is why when I do this for people, they be hitting me with the fam. I had got a check for $1,100, fam, after you did that one. That's crazy, fam. That's because you visualized it. Hey, Love Life Fairy. Love her. Your face is warm. Good. Maya Starseed. Okay, baby. Man and God, he said, nah, for real, though. That one person said, hit my right leg, fam. Okay, so you're going to feel the energy traveling all throughout your body. Now, here's what you're going to do with the energy since you've been blessed, especially for those who have businesses. Okay? Y'all going to start seeing things moving in your businesses. If you don't have nothing going on with yourself, okay, start putting a little bit of energy and effort to making some money, and it'll easily and effortlessly come to you. Okay? I see it in my mailbox. It's on its way. Have you felt the energy? It's coming. Okay? Wealthy in many ways. Ashe. My feet are tingling. Ashe. I'm so glad that you guys came on my live tonight. I'm so glad that you received the download. I'm so glad that you did. I really appreciate you guys. Again, if you don't see it on my Instagram, don't worry about it. It's saved on my Telegram. On my Instagram on the front page. Just scroll up, hit the link tree, click the actual Elevated Radio podcast. It's there. It's also going to be on my Telegram channel. You can also go to my Telegram channel there. Also, my entire website is open now for pre-orders on the Better Business, the Money Oil, and now Solomon's Gold has been released. So y'all better get on it because Telegram smacked the crap out of that damn site. I don't even think there's any. I put another order of ornaments up. It's gone already. It doesn't stay up there for no more than an hour or two, and it's sold out. Okay? I just got the second batch of order delivered to the house today. And it's already sold out. I hadn't even got a chance to spell it yet. So they're going to have to wait until I do that part before I can even ship it out. Okay? You guys are so welcome. I appreciate y'all. But y'all better log on to shopisiswisdom.com because I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't think that money oil and that Better Business Oil and that Solomon's Gold is going to be around. I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's not going to be around long. And y'all know it be taking me days months before I do anything. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Love y'all.